This bull doesn't even want to put weight on that front right foot, or at least as little as possible. This is the Hoof GP, and that is an Angus bull.
Right off the bat, I knew I loved you. You had that sparkle in your eyes, some kind of shimmer in your presence, unlike no other I had met.
This was the foot that's sore, and to me it's pretty obvious why. Clearly this is a white line problem, causing him lots of pain, and we need to get it fixed.
As a hoof trimmer, as soon as you pick up any hoof, your eyes dart across the surfaces, looking for imperfections, and when that animal is lame as well, you're desperate to find the root of the problem, so that you can alleviate the pain and get them back on the road to recovery. So when I picked this foot up, my eyes immediately were drawn to that problem area on the inside claw where the white line is. However, yes, I knew where it was, but it definitely was not what I was expecting to find.
BoviBond goodness.
At this point, I maybe don't know just how horrific this problem turns out to be, but I do know there's a problem, so we glued this block on to give it time to dry.
Oh. Can you bring the thing around here, the hose? That is not good. Look what I can see. My God. I'm not talking about him either, I'm talking about that. Turns out when I said it was a white line problem, I was slightly wrong. But it isn't his white line though.
I asked for some vice grips, but actually I think I can pull it out with my fingers, so I take my gloves off for a better grip.
Looks like a welding rod, doesn't it?
As the piece of metal comes away, you can see a little bit of pus spurt out, and that pus is a telltale sign that there's a hidden cavity underneath this hoof horn, and we need to completely open it up to allow it to drain and to allow this bull to heal properly. But right now, I've no idea the extent of that cavity, and actually, it turns out to be a lot bigger than I would have thought. As I work on this bull's hoof, you can see him flinching the odd time and trying to pull away. Bovines' natural instinct is to pull away from you. They don't want to be in a hoof trimming crush, and they definitely don't want you footering around with something that is hurting them. I am doing everything I can to be as gentle and as quick as possible to get this big guy out of the crush and back to the comfort of his bed. But having said that, I am working on something that is already hurting him, so that alone would make you flinch, I'm sure. Now that we've uncovered this cavity, this second sole that was hidden beneath the good looking hoof horn, we can see there is congealed claret. You can see the remnants of where the abscess and the infection have been. And more importantly, you can see the big puncture wound that that little piece of wire has caused. It's cleaning up very nicely. I'm really happy with this trim, and that block is going to take all the weight away from that puncture site. And just having that piece of steel removed from his foot must be a huge relief.
Imagine having that stuck in your foot, walking around when you weigh almost 900 kilos. It's gonna hurt more than a little bit. Anyway, he doesn't have this stuck in his foot anymore, and he does have a BoviBond lock in place. So hopefully he'll be walking much better than he did just a few minutes ago. Let's let him out and see. But before we do, look, it's got some little cracks round about his white line here. So to take the pressure off there, again, another BoviBond block here, and it's exactly the same on that claw there. He wasn't showing lame on them, probably because he was so sore on that front right foot. And actually, when when a cow or a bull is lame on both back feet, he's not going to show lame on either one, is he? Because they're both sore. So he's not going to favour one or the other. Anyway, those blocks are just about dry, so let's get him out of the crush and see how he's walking now.
Won't you sing to me? There ain't no other way but to sing to me, as simple as I say.
Just look how strongly he's standing on that foot now. He's putting all of his pressure on it, and in fact, he's actually got more pressure on this foot than he has on that right now. And that is a result. This is the Hoof GP though. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you on the next time.